a busy province, I think, over the past few days. And it's quite clear what their agenda is. And guess what? Not only is their agenda quite clear, but also we are getting to get the sense of the presidency of Gudawash Tagwirei. He is giving us the vibes of the kind of president that he wants to be, especially if you look at the picture that I put on the portrait. Already the man is not a president, but he cannot tie his shoes. He is not yet a president, but he can't do a simple thing such as to tie his shoes. And also, even also this picture on its own tells you something. And this picture might have been a well calculated move to appear in front of the members of the public, and then whatever, is it a bodyguard or security, kneels and tie shoes for yourself in front of the people. This is the kind. Just imagine if he is behaving in such a manner, not as a president of the republic. Just imagine if this man is to become the president of the republic, what will he do? Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So Gudawash Tagwirei today is in Hatcliff, that is in Harare. They are doing these interfaces for Gudawash Tagwirei, masquerading them as inter-district meetings. But in these inter-district meetings, the keynote, especially person who addresses these meetings, it is none other than Gudawash Tagwirei. He is highly paraded by Barakashi. All the affiliates groups of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa are there. And also, one thing to note is also the brother of Wikinel Chivayo arriving with a very, very expensive car, having bodyguards. These Zviganandas, they have bodyguards. They are showcasing their wealth, and it's a lot that is actually happening. Gudawash Tagwirei also presented walking surrounded by bodyguards. You see, is already being treated like a vice president of some sort. I wonder who is actually sanctioning him to address these meetings. Why him addressing these meetings? These are the very, very fundamental questions to ask. And also, if you look at what these meetings are intended to do, they are intended to project Gudawash Tagwirei as that, as that actually president that is desired by they are trying, in fact, it's a PR for him. And let's listen to him actually making a slogan. He almost imitated the slogan of Emerson Mnangagwa. Let me play one of the videos. Oh, it's a lot of Zviganandas today. I see Philip Chiangwa I also see, I will post this video on Pani Global News, that is Facebook. So you must actually, that's the most annoying behavior of this. You must actually follow Pani Global News on actually Facebook. I will be posting these videos, and it appears the whole bunch of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa supporters today are in that particular meeting that is in actually Hatcliff in Harare. I also see the ZANU-PF Secretary for Legal Affairs in this video, who happens also to be the minister holding that portfolio in government. And also listen to the slogan that there is a lot to pay attention to understand what is the purpose of. Obviously, the name that is denigrated, it is the name of retired General Chwenga. And when they are saying Pamberi na 2030, Pamberi Nemari Muhomwe, which means forward with the money in their pockets. So they are actually telling you the truth of what is happening. That as long as Mnangagwa is in power, which is what they are supporting, it means to their pockets there will always be money. That is what the Gudawash Tur with this slogan that he is making. He has been given new names. I think there is a name that he has been given that he is a problem solver. He is actually glorified in these ZANU-PF activities. And if you look at that, if ZANU-PF does something of this nature to a person, understand that there is an agenda that this person is pushing, and the agenda that he is pushing is actually to take over from Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. It appears Mnangagwa has already anointed him. He trusts him more than retired General Chwenga to take over. But you know, there is actually one political analyst in Zimbabwe who actually makes it simple. This is what I've always been saying, that this is just an insignificant political theater that is being done by the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa faction, because this 2030 up to today remains a slogan. And I must tell you, it will remain a slogan. There is this lady called Chipo Musarurwa. She wrote as following. She says, ZANU-PF politics succession has never been a matter of popularity or populism. It is a function of institutional logic, historical continuity, and strategic alignment. And in the context, Vice President Constantino Chwenga emerges as the most logical, stabilizing successor to President Emerson Mnangagwa. This is not an emotional endorsement. It is a sober reflection on the realities of power. General Chwenga's credentials are not just military, they are institutional. He has served as commander of the Defense Forces, Vice President and Minister of Health. His understanding of statecraft, security and governance is unmatched with the current leadership cohort. More importantly, General Chwenga represents the continuity of the 2017 transition. He was not a passenger in that process, he was a driver. To ignore that legacy is to risk destabilizing the very foundations of the Second Republic. ZANU-PF is not a party slogans. It is a liberation movement with a defined ideological trajectory. General Chwenga's recent remarks rejecting personality cults and reaffirming loyalty to the party's founding principles are not just rhetoric. They are a recalibration of ZANU-PF's ideological compass in a political climate increasingly polluted by self-serving campaigns and factional theatrics. General Chwenga's message is a breath of strategic clarity. Delaying or resisting General Chwenga's ascendancy risks creating a vacuum one that could be exploited by opportunists and destabilizers. The party must act decisively, not reactively. Succession must be managed, not manipulated. As someone who has observed and participated in ZANU-PF's internal dynamics for decades, I say this with conviction. General Chwenga is not just the next logical leader. He is the necessary one. The party must embrace this reality, not resist it. The future of ZANU-PF and indeed the stability of Zimbabwe depends on it. So that's according to Chipo Masarura Ziba. One thing that we agree on is that in ZANU-PF, which I have repeated numerous times, sloganeering, whatever is being done by the Mnangagwa faction has never determined issues of succession. What determines issues of succession in ZANU-PF? It is actually your proximity to the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. In fact, that is the institution that politically leads Zimbabwe at the moment, if we are to properly characterize Zimbabwe. It has never actually, when it comes to issues of removing a president, it is at the center stage of that particular process. So when I see Gudawash Tagwirei and others doing whatever they are doing, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of opportunity. And remember, by the way, sometimes it may appear as if the military has lost the plot, but that is what, if you see these being the signs or the symptoms, then understand that they are closer at actually removing the current status quo. As I have always said, it's going to be a busy, this is November, it's going to be a busy November, specifically going to actually December and January, February. We will see if Mnangagwa survive up to these days. These months that I have mentioned, these would be very, very crucial months in determining the politics of Zimbabwe. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that